President Trump warning other Democratic-led states and cities to clean up crime, or he will. Yesterday, in a post on Truth Social, Trump wrote, Governor Wes Moore of Maryland has asked in a rather nasty and provocative tone that I walk the streets of Maryland with him. I assume he's talking about out-of-control crime-ridden Baltimore. As president, I would much prefer that he clean up this crime disaster before I go there for a walk. President Trump said he would proudly walk the streets of Baltimore if it was cleaned up like D.C., where federal law enforcement have helped bring crime rates down and where no homicides have been reported since the federal takeover. Joining us now to discuss this and some other major headlines on the Hill is Washington insider Armstrong Williams. Good morning to you, sir. What did you make of this exchange with Governor Moore and the president?
Not much. The bottom line is that what Trump has implemented in our nation's capital is working. For the first time it's unprecedented. We have not had a murder. Just think about this. Somebody lived who otherwise would be dead. And so you have to look at the results. And those criminals are going somewhere, Jen. They're not staying in Washington. They're going to Maryland and they're going to Virginia. And the governor can say whatever he wants to say. You could quote stats about homicide being down, but people don't really care about stats, Jen. They care about what they see, what they feel, and the reality of the situation that they live in.
And you personally have lived in D.C. for decades. You've seen the transition of crime. You've seen the homelessness in the city. Describe what it's been like as a resident through the years and now. Have you seen federal troops?
Yes, the juveniles have run the city, not just the city, but cities across the country, whether it's Memphis, Philadelphia, Chicago, whether it's Baltimore. And they've gone to the extreme. And sometimes what it takes are extreme measures to bring this under control, to say, listen, our guns and our authority is greater than yours. We understand you understand the law. You manipulate the law. There are others use you to commit their crimes because they know you will get a lesser sentence because you're a juvenile. That has to change. And the model for other cities is our mayor, Muriel Bowser. Even though she pushes back on Trump on certain things, there are many things she agrees with on. More law enforcement on the ground because there's a severe shortage. We need to get crime under control. The bottom line is, how do we get crime under control? This may not be the best approach, but it's better than no approach.
There you go. And now, yesterday, Ukraine celebrated its independence from the Soviet Union back in 1991. President Volodymyr Zelensky vowed to push Russia to peace. When do you think we're going to see this meeting between Putin and Zelensky? And can either side be trusted?
Trump and Putin hold all the cards. Actually, Zelensky, when it's all said and done, is actually relevant in this process. They've already started putting money to the side because they know they have to relinquish a lot of their land. They're already prepared for that. But I do agree with the package with the vice president where he said that Russia has made many concessions. But listen, Putin cannot be trusted. But they don't want the sanction of their oil because it's the oil that fuels this war and keeps it going. Donald Trump has the leverage. And at some point, we're going to get some peace agreement. But Jen, will it last? That's why the security measures become so important for the European allies, that the president would protect Zelensky just in case Russia violates the letters of that agreement.